Scott, not the result you would have been after. Was there a bit to like there tonight?
Yeah, first, just a quick shout out to Wagstaff for his 900th game. I don't know how many it is, but it seems like about 1 billion. He's like fine wine. He just keeps getting better and older and keeps playing. So congrats to him. Yeah, the game, we had really good fight across the board, and just timely plays down the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game that we just couldn't execute, getting the ball in bounds, making a foul shot, a box out. All those little things add up, and they made those plays down the stretch, which obviously got them across the line.
That 3-point shooting in the first half, that was extraordinary. Have you seen something like that before?
Well, I have. We haven't done that all year, so that's a good sign for us.
What changed? What did you feel was? Did you do anything to get much more open? Was it a change in the way that you were playing, or did it just come together?
No, I just think that these guys have been working extremely hard, and they work individually extremely hard, and obviously collectively as a group. And we just had some horrible patches there. We probably had a horrible patch in the third there, but we ended up being able to at least survive and navigate that. And so, see the ball go in for a few of these guys like Drimmick, and obviously Milt and JC is obviously hugely helpful for us. And Clint provided obviously some of that too. So I think it's just more of repetition and confidence and shooting the right shots at the right time. And tonight we were able to at least see the ball go in, which was a good sign for us.
From that confidence perspective, in the first quarter especially, to get away with that sort of a start, did you feel that was giving you the energy you needed straight away?
Well, for probably the last, I don't know what it's been, 3 weeks, we've actually, played halfway decent for about 20-some minutes of a game, and we just obviously have just struggled to score the ball. This was probably the longest stint in a while where we had a relatively solid 4 quarters, not great, but solid to give us a chance in a tough building to play on the road. So I think just the overall resilience of the group was really good.
The start was pretty good. Ruben into the starting 5. Gave a little bit in that first few minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, we just started to put him out there because his pressure up the floor early on is contagious, and just trying to use his minutes as best we can in those areas.
What's the biggest thing that you take out of tonight?
Well, hopefully the guys take a lot of confidence in their shooting. It's been a struggle at times for us, and everyone knows it. But for the ball to go in tonight, hopefully we can build on that. We've been defending fairly well. Got away from us probably a touch there, but I hope they take a lot of confidence from their shooting and being able to put some scoreboard pressure up there.
Is it a reminder to everyone that you're going to miss your career, but if you keep going and keep working on it, it does come back?
Yeah, I mean, it always averages out, right? I mean, we struggled. We had a good shooting night. Just wasn't able to, I guess, capitalise and get the win, but in the end, it's going to average out for us.
Especially that first half when he didn't miss his first 5 shots, 5 points on the end, and it was a common game.
Yeah, that's part of it. I mean, you got to keep shooting. You can't shy away from it. You embrace the bad games where you're not. I guess it goes for anyone. You embrace the bad games where you're not shooting well, and you just keep at it. It's no point shying away from it. You're out there to shoot the ball. So I'm glad it was going in from.
Is there anything heading to New Zealand? Is there anything glaring in there? Like rebounding was good offensively, but they got a few offensive boards as well. Is there anything glaring there that you hated tonight?
I mean, I hated losing, but the fact that, we've been on the road for 8 days, and now we get a quick turnaround to go back and try to play our first game in about 6 weeks back at My State Bank, and just try to regroup this evening. But, again, our guys are working very, very hard, and especially, individually, and it's been a wonderful group to work with. And, we've gotten, obviously, a lot of criticism, but the criticism comes to me because I end up putting this team together, and there is some flaws, obviously, in the roster, but I take complete responsibility for this group that's out there. I love the group, how they're working and stuff, but, we are taking some flack here and there, which is rightfully so, but really that ultimately comes down to me and my choice of having this roster the way it was, and my coaching staff and the trainers have been wonderful. These guys have been working extremely hard, and there's some good signs there, and we'll just keep our head down and keep working. We continue to work on our values and how we handle ourselves coming on and off the floor and all the things that we've prided ourselves on from day one. And these guys have been remarkable in those areas, so I'm quite proud of them.
And when you hear your coach talk like that, what's your response to that? He takes it on himself, this run of form.
To an extent, it's going to come back to us because we're the ones out there trying to perform. At the end of the day, you're a professional athlete, and you're out there for a reason. You've got a skill set to go out there and perform, and when it's not up to par at times, then that definitely falls on us, no question.
The biggest challenge in game this year has been winning like in a double after being here. The Wildcats haven't been able to travel on 2 days' notice and win. No team that's played this year has been able to win on 2 days back up as well. So both teams have got 2 days now to try to figure it out. When you get back to Tassie, how long have you got to actually prepare on land?
Well, we don't. We get back to Tasmania at 5 or 6 tomorrow evening, and then we play at 4 or something in the afternoon on Sunday. So there's no turnaround, other than we'll do most of the work via video and just get ready to go back at it.
Yeah, Scott, I just wanted to ask about Milton, because he's such a great creator and he's such an unselfish player, but at times does he need to be a bit more selfish and look for his shot a bit more? Because look what he does tonight when he does take a few more shots.
Yeah, I think there's obviously a fine line of how we've been playing, and you need help to have the ball going around you. So tonight I think opened up some things that allowed him to get in some driving lanes that we haven't been able to create because the shooting hasn't been very good, and our scoring has been miserable basically. So those opportunities to have the floor get a little space for him and JC and in general, I thought Dermott was good. He put heat on the rim, so I thought there's some really good things out of there. And Mild is a facilitator and a scorer, and I think sometimes it's the circumstances around him, and he kind of plays towards those circumstances. And tonight, he was obviously on point and really good throughout the entire game.
Will makes such a big difference for you at both ends of the floor with everything that he provides. Does it give everyone heart though that you can play well without him and then be able to add him back once he's right to play again?
Yeah, we started Fab in the first year for probably 25 games and went to the grand finals with Fab as our starter. So these guys are comfortable playing, next man up kind of mentality, and we get the minutes we can out of whoever's available. And unfortunately, Will is probably still got some inflammation in his shoulder and just wasn't worth the risk this weekend to get hit there again. But he's made really good progress. And he obviously is a huge factor of our defensive presence and scoring around the rim, obviously. And then, Shawnee Mack is probably a week to 10 days away, which will give us one more ball handler, which we also have been missing quite a bit over these past 2 weeks, past 2 months. And so to have both of those guys back at some point just before the fever break or just after will be helpful to the group.
Yeah, Clint, you've been through a lot over the first year. Still on here?
You're back now.
Sorry. You've been through a lot over the last 10 weeks. Is the group feeling exhausted, but at the same time, how do you go back and try to dig deep to take on the hottest team in the league right now on a very short preparation for Saturday?
Yeah, I guess Scott said there's not much of a turnaround, so a lot of our review and our prep for New Zealand is gonna be done via video. We'll get stuck into that tomorrow on the trip home, but we've got a resilient group. We've got a group that sticks together. We love being around each other, and sometimes when you're going through these tough patches, that can be half the battle. And there's numerous groups that would start to fracture, but that's definitely not us. We know how tough it is right now. We're going to embrace it as a group. So that there's no question in terms of us falling apart just because we're not getting the wins. We've got a group that's going to stick together this whole way, and we're going to prepare as we always have. But we'll stick together. There's no doubt about that.
How much heart do you take out of tonight? Because you played so well in so many ways. You did a lot of things right, and in a lot of ways you did everything that you hoped to do except come away with the win. I mean, how much do you take out of this performance, as much as you can, without getting the W?
Yeah, I guess along the way we've been trying to find some little wins. Like I said, we've been defending fairly well, and when we have, we just haven't been able to put the ball in the hole. So you're gonna try and find these little wins. There's gonna be these little patches where you can try and take control of games. But yeah, I guess the wins aren't there right now. We're trying to find the small ones, and soon enough, hopefully, I guess we get the result come our way. But when that result comes, who knows? I mean, we just got to keep working without knowing when we can get that result we want.
Thanks, guys.